Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a close-up look at the Nike Air Max 90 Gore-Tex. So let's just take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a pair of Nike Air Max 90 Gore-Tex shoes, and this pair is the men's UK size 9, US 10, Europe 44, Brazil 42, 28 cm, and it's also in a women's US size 11.5, and this pair is in the Cacao Wow, Khaki, Black, Light Orewood Brown colourway. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by flipping up the box lid to reveal the contents inside, and of course let's peel back the wrapping paper to reveal the Nike Air Max 90 Gore-Tex in the Cacao Wow, Khaki, Black, Light Orewood Brown colourway. Let's lift out the left shoe first and focus in on its details. Just setting the box to the side, setting it on the left hand side of the tabletop. As we take a look at the left shoe, and let's do a 360 rotation so we have a full and clear look of the shoe before we take much closer in looks at its details. And now taking a much closer in look at its details so we can see the overall kind of light and dark color block of the shoe's design. And of course, this being the Gore-Tex or GTX, it is winter ready or winterized for comfort from the elements. So we can see with the vamp, the textile weave in a light Orewood brown or beige color, and of course we see the darker elements with the leather, with the Cacao Wow, and of course the black mudguard as well, and giving you a look at the various textures of the panels making up the upper of the shoe. And as we move slowly back, we can see the khaki details with the lower TPU eye stay. And of course, continuing on towards the quarter panel of the shoe or midfoot area, we can see a bright orangey yellow Nike swoosh sandwiched between the Cacao Wow and black panels. And of course, with the mudguard window, we can see Gore-Tex in that TPU panel right there, and of course the airbag or max air unit in the sole of the shoe, and we can see the insides of the airbag appear to be orange in color. And of course with the midsole wedge, it's in that khaki color, matching with that lower TPU eye stay. So there, giving you a further out look. And once again, back in for the details of the various textures and panels, so we can see the slightly distressed look of that black mudguard panel or uppermost layer. And now taking a look at the back or heel of the shoe, you can see with the back tab, once again in khaki with the black Nike Air branding on that TPU or rubber panel. And as we move towards the inner side of the shoe, so once again we see the prominent contrast of that Gore-Tex branding in black on khaki, or that caramel color. And of course once again we see through that Nike Max Air unit cushioning airbag to the other side of the shoe. So you can see with the uppermost TPU eye stay, that's in black, contrasting against that khaki of that lower eye stay. And back towards the front again, so light Orewood brown or beige for the vamp in that fabric or textile panel. And once again giving you a look at the various textures, and the way light plays against the various surfaces as well. Now taking a look at the shoe from the tip toe front and slowly moving towards the back so you can see the details along the length of the shoe. So you can see the khaki colored laces matching with the tongue, as well as the light Orewood Brown, I beg your pardon, light Orewood Brown or light colored laces. And they're kind of soft beige, and we can see that GORE-TEX branding on the tongue as well, embroidered on it in that orangey yellow color. Now taking a look around the inside details of the shoe, and of course the back of the tongue as well. So taking a look at the back of the tongue as best that we can. Let's pop out the paper stuffing first for better access. So right there you can see the lining and textures around the details of the inside of the shoe, and of course the composition sticker or materials label, and the Cacao Wow or brown lining around the ankle and heel collar. And for the insole or sock liner, we can see it in black with the Nike Air branding on it. And in terms of the puffiness of the tongue, really soft but thickly padded. And for the ankle and heel collar, a firm level of padding with a medium level of thickness right throughout. And now let's take a look at the sole or bottom of the shoe. So you can see the bottom has that caramel and black color to the rubber waffle sole. So that khaki and black coloring to the sole, and you can see the flex screws as well as the tread blocks or lugs right throughout the length of the shoe. And to give you some sense of the material, just tapping my fingernail along the sole. And now let's do a flexibility bend and twist test with my hands to give you some sense of the shoe's flexibility, firmness, stiffness or pliability. And now just stretching and puffing the shoe back in shape. And now let's take a look at the right shoe, so setting the left shoe down and in the background as we bring the box back in frame and pop out the right shoe. So closing the box back up and setting it back to the side, and now taking a look at the right shoe of this Nike MX90 GORE-TEX. Let's do a 360 rotation with this side as well for that quick look at its details, and of course up close as well. So once again we see the overall light and dark colors making up the upper. So with the light Orewood Brown textile vamp, as well as the laces as well. And of course we have the khaki TPU lower eye stay, as well as for the mudguard wedge or midsole wedge and mudguard window panel contrasting with that black GORE-TEX branding. And of course with the back tab as well, we have it in khaki and black branding. And of course we see the light Orewood Brown textile panels. And of course there is the GORE-TEX hang tag as well, so giving you a look at the details of the GORE-TEX or GTX features of the shoe. So with the midsole as well in that light Orewood Brown. So giving you a look at its details, and of course taking a look once again on the inside details of the shoe and at the back of the tongue and the various lining and materials around the inside of the shoe. And of course the bottom, once again we see that abstract central black patch surrounded by the khaki coloured outer portions of the rubber waffle sole. And now let's take a look at the pair together, side by side. Now let's flip that tag around. And taking a look from the front to the back. Directly from the back, and the bottoms or soles of the shoes. So that's the Nike MX90 GORE-TEX. Thanks for watching and happy running!